Hi everyone, I'm just here to talk you through Junior Cycle Visual Art. So Junior Cycle Visual Art have three different areas: art, craft and design. In first year and the start of second year, you really explore those areas and you build your skills in those areas, and then you delve deeper into those subject areas then in second and third year. You have a CBA 1 to complete in second year, and a CBA 2 and a final assessment in third year. The final assessment in third year is 100% of your grade that you get for your junior cycle. So I'll just talk you through some of the work here. This is an example of the kind of work you do in first year. So a lot of observational drawing, building up your skill level, and experimenting with lots of different materials. So some observational drawing. Then the student also looked at line drawing in pen. She looked then at a pattern. So she designed her own pattern from the drawing. Here you can see her final design idea. She then created her actual pattern. Also in first year, we do some life sketching. So you can see here some pencil studies of life sketching. And also for this particular year, we went to Tropical World in Letterkenny, took some photographs of the animals, and then brought the photographs back to the classroom and done some observational drawings from those. So that's just a little taster of what you would do in first year. In second year then, here's an example of a second year project. We start off with a project on identity, and it leads into a ceramic piece. So this student here, she looked at, it's a craft strand that we focus on. So she looked at identity, all the different things relating to her identity. She focused on music. She brought in some musical instruments from home that she could draw in school. So you can hear she's used pencil, she's used colouring pencil, pen, and experimented with lots of different materials. She's also experimented with watercolours here, and then completed the study in watercolours. Then she designed ideas for a clay letter sculpture. So she took the first letter of her name and she developed that into a design from her drawings. So she incorporated some of her drawings into her design ideas. You can see here then she has her final design idea. She went on then to make the letter out of clay, fired it in the kiln and glazed it as well. Now here's an example of one that was created before, a few years ago. So you can see this was made from clay. It's a technique called slab building. So this is actually hollow. And this particular student was looking at fashion and jewellery and makeup, and that's then she has these pearls and lipstick on hers because that related to her identity. So in second year, this is what we do at the start of second year. Then we also do a CBA 1 in second year. This girl was focusing on perfume bottles for hers, and she went on to create a poster from this as well. Then in third year, you do your CBA 2 and your final assessment. So here's an example of a final assessment project. So all completed in sketchbooks or booklets, and then final piece is completed then on a larger sheet. So the first thing is the influences sheet. So you can see this girl here has done her mind map, completed her mind map. You get a range of themes. You get 3 themes, you choose one. The themes are very broad, so you can essentially do whatever you want to, focus on whatever area you want for your final assessment project. She also explored an artist. That's a part of it as well, to explore an artist that's relevant to your project. So then she decided to focus on racism, and she started taking photographs. You have to use primary sources, so it can't be, you're not copying somebody else's work. Essentially, you're taking your own photographs then and drawing or painting from those. So you can see here she's taken photographs of her friends, and she's written lots of annotations. She's explaining what she's doing, why these photographs relate to her theme. And she's used as well lots of different materials. She's used pencil, pen, watercolours and colouring pencils, and then acrylic paint. And she's then moved on to her design ideas. So she's thinking, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to do for my painting? Do I want to do a poster? Do I want to do a painting? And she's explored some different ideas here, all relating to the drawings that she's completed. So then she's chosen this idea and developed it a little bit further. So this is then her final idea. So then this is her painting idea, which she then transfers onto a larger sheet. Okay. So this is then her final piece. So it's a much larger scale, it's A2, and it's been developed from her sketchbook work. So that's just an example of a 2D project from Third year for the final assessment, you can also do a 3D project. Here's an example of somebody who's done a modelling piece, a clay sculpture for their final piece. Instead of doing a 2D painting, they decided to base their project on their pets and completed a sculpture of their dog for their final piece. So as you can see, there's lots of different areas you can focus on. It is a really exciting subject to take for junior cycle. You can really bring your own interests into it and make it your own, essentially. And we experiment with lots of different materials, 2D work and 3D work. And you're really focusing on 3 areas: art, craft and design. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for listening.